Kelsey's kitchen. Come on in, come on in. And if your belly's got that itching, come on in, come on in. The main ingredient is a pinch of loving, and only the best comes out of Kelsey's oven. Come on in, come on in, come on in.
Welcome to Kelsey's Kitchen. I'm Kelsey Nixon, and this is where we make fast, fun, and affordable meals. I love the holidays, primarily because I spend most of my time in the kitchen, and gifts from your kitchen are incredible. It's extremely personable, and who doesn't love receiving food? I know I always like it. It's very inexpensive and easy to throw together. It's great to give to your friends, family, neighbors. It's wonderful. So today we're starting out with a wonderful dish. We are making peppermint fudge. Now, it's kind of a twist to the traditional fudge. We're adding a little bit of peppermint extract to give it a little bit of a holiday kick. So let's get started. We're adding 4 cups of sugar. I know it seems like a lot, but people, this will make 5 to 6 dozen. So that won't make you feel so bad. My mom says she gains 5 pounds on fudge every single year. Okay, so we have our sugar in here. We're going to add 2 cans, these are 5 ounces, of evaporated milk. Now, evaporated milk is an interesting ingredient. It's added to a lot of dishes to give it a creamy texture. Sometimes you'll find sweetened condensed milk in a fudge recipe, but this one calls for evaporated milk, and it's nice. You can store it up to 6 months in your regular pantry if you haven't opened it. If you have opened it, then it'll last about a week in your fridge covered. So, and those little cans were, I think, 65 cents each, so it's extremely inexpensive as well. I'm just going to stir these 2 together. I'm on a high heat here. I'm going to bring this to a boiling. And don't you think that I forgot to add that butter, because we're definitely going to add that. It's 1 cup, and it's delightful, let me just tell you. I know it seems like a lot, but like I said, this makes 5 to 6 dozen, so it's going to feed a lot of those neighbors. Great thing to take to the family, friends. Now, this is extremely important. I'm going to bring this to a boil, and once it's to a boil, I'm going to turn my heat down to medium, and it has to boil for 10 straight minutes while stirring it. So, watch TV, talk to a friend, something like that, but you have to stir it constantly for 10 minutes, or else your sugar will be really grainy in your fudge. 10 minutes really isn't that long for a dessert this fabulous. Now that it's been about 10 minutes, you can tell that we have a nice frothy texture. The good thing about this recipe is you don't need a candy thermometer. Some fudge recipes are really complicated with things like that, but this is just easy, 10 minutes and you're done. So now that we've done this, we're going to take it off the heat. I'm actually going to switch it to this burner here, and I'm going to add 1 bag of chocolate chips. Semi-sweet is what I recommend. This is about 2 cups. Just add it straight into the pan, and the reason I like to do that is because I don't dirty another dish. Don't create more dishes for myself. Okay, we're adding those. Now we're adding an entire 7-ounce jar of marshmallow cream. Now, I have an interesting story about marshmallow cream. I did a little bit of research and found out that this was invented in 1920 by 2 male entrepreneurs who, it was such a big success, they ended up having a radio show called The Flufferettes. I kind of like that. Anyways, so they did this, and then they ended up writing several cookbooks about different recipes you could do with marshmallow cream. So who knew? It's been around since 1920 and a hit. There's a popular dessert called a fluffernutter that you can make with marshmallow cream and peanut butter. It's more popular on the East Coast. Okay, now that we've got the majority of that in there, I can throw that away, and I'm going to stir this up. Now it's really going to change here in color and texture, but it's just divine, I'm telling you. It's absolutely wonderful. Kind of looks like a big giant s'more in there. Now, I told you that this is peppermint fudge, and so the one thing we're adding that's a little bit different is some peppermint extract. You only have to add a little bit. We're adding ½ a teaspoon because a little bit definitely goes a long way. And the smell of that peppermint is so strong, it'll clear your sinuses. So I've got 1/2 teaspoon right here. I'm going to just put Put it right in there. Like I said, you don't need very much. But it's perfect for the holidays. Something about mint that's interesting is to the Greeks, it represents hospitality. So there's over 30 different kinds of mint, the most popular being peppermint and spearmint. But, you know, you're adding just a little bit of hospitality to this gift you're going to give to somebody. Thought that was kind of interesting. Maybe that's why there's so many desserts and treats and candies during the holidays that involve mint, because it's a season of hospitality. Okay, this needs just another second or two, just making sure all of this gets mixed and incorporated evenly. Whoop, smelling just a bit. Oh, I can really smell that peppermint. It's strong. Color's changing. Whoops, a little bit of spill. Now, as you can see over here on this 9 by 13 pan, I have lined it with aluminum foil. Now, the reason I do that is because it makes it so much easier for cutting after you poured your fudge and let it set. You can just lift that aluminum foil out and cut from there. Makes it a lot easier. Oh, this looks great. Okay, just getting ready to pour that in there. Ooh, we're spilling over here. Move these things. Okay, and here we go. We've made a mess, but I always make a mess. I'm good at it. Okie doke. Now this is gonna go right in here. And doesn't that look wonderful? Make sure you get all of it. I'm gonna scrape the bottom of the pan. I can't tell you how good it smells. That peppermint really, really adds a lot. Okie doke, that's gonna go back there. Now, the last thing we're gonna do is something kind of fun. We are taking candy peppermints. You can use candy canes. These are just little star mints that I've bought. And I've double lined them in a Ziploc bag. And I'm going to crush these babies up. I'm just gonna use the back of this measuring cup. And I'm gonna go to town here. Now, the reason I double lined these is because you can really do a number on one of these bags. And so you don't want a peppermint going everywhere. So I'm going to open up both of these. And I'm basically just going to sprinkle these right over the top of my fudge. And I've got some bigger pieces, some smaller pieces, even a little bit of sugar there. But it really looks nice on top. It sends the message of holiday, makes it look kind of important for this season. And that's about it. Now, once you've got all of your candy sprinkled on top, you're going to stick this in the fridge for a couple of hours, just till it sets up or gets to that desired consistency. And when you're finished, you are going to have amazing fudge that looks like this. And I am just going to take a little bite here. This is a great thing to make, like I said, for your family, friends. You're going to sure to impress everybody, and it'll be a really personal gift. Stay tuned, because next we're making mini peanut butter wreaths, and they're to die for.
Learning English may be the biggest factor in the jobs you can get and the money you can earn. Hi, I'm Michelle, and I want to tell you about Hello Channel, an exciting new channel that teaches you English as you're watching TV. As you watch Hello Channel, you'll see, read, hear, and speak English, and before you know it, you'll be on your way to a better job and a brighter future. All you have to do is say hello.
Deja tu carro ahí, Carlitos.
No.
Apúrate, Carlitos. Nos están esperando.
Papi, yo quería un hermanito.
Lo sé, pero tienes que verla. Es preciosa.
Ella no puede jugar con mis carritos.
Escuche. Ella es parte de nuestra familia. Y eso quiere decir que la amamos incondicionalmente. Vamos, apuren. No se les olvide que ella es su hermanita menor. Deben de protegerla y cuidarla. Carlos, en las paredes no.
Le encanta sacar cacho.
Yo traté de enseñarle a nuestros hijos acerca del amor y la familia. Pero ese día Mis hijos me enseñaron más de lo que yo les pudiera haber enseñado acerca del amor.
Life's most important lessons are best learned in the home. A message from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Welcome back. The next thing we're making are peanut butter mini wreaths, and they are so darling. Let me show you. This is what they look like, and I don't know about you, but I'd love to receive a plate of these during the holidays. They're really cute, and the thing that I like about this dessert is that it's got a nice creamy and crunchy texture because we're using peanut butter, yet we've got the cornflakes in there. So in addition to looking great, they taste great also. Okay, to get started, I am going to incorporate 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to turn this on high here because I want to bring this to a boil. 1 cup of Karo syrup. There we go. And I'm getting most of my Karo because I spray this with a little bit of nonstick spray beforehand, which is always a good tip. And I'm going to start mixing this together. You want to make sure that that sugar and corn syrup are well incorporated. And the last ingredient I'm adding is the peanut butter to make it extra creamy. This is a nice recipe because it's easy to remember. You've got 1 cup of the Karo, 1 cup of the sugar, and 1 cup of the peanut butter. So it's extremely easy. Okay, and last but not least, now I'm using my little trick with this as well. I've lined this with some plastic wrap so that I don't have to dirty my measuring cup. I can just lift that out of there and just scrape this on in to my bowl. There we go. Not easy at all. And clean measuring cup. I always like that. Now combine these. The last thing that we're going to do to this is we're going to add some food coloring to make the wreaths look green. Now, food coloring, in most cases, you just need a drop or two, and that pretty much does the trick. But in this case, because we've already kind of got a color to deal with, this brown, you have to add a little bit more. So the first time I made these, I was just adding and adding and adding. So I add about 5 or 6 drops of the food coloring. And that is right here. Green. 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Yeah, I used to make these growing up as a kid. And we always had them on around the holidays, and we would hang them on the Christmas tree also. There we go. We've got that nice green color, as you can see. And the more you add, the brighter it will get. But this looks like it's going to be just perfect. Okay, we'll turn this heat off. And we're going to come over to our cornflakes here. Now, I have about 5 cups, roughly. And I'm just going to make sure I get all of that peanut butter mixture in there. Oh, this tastes so good. My roommate, this is her favorite thing I make. Can you believe it? It's only got those 4 ingredients, and she loves it. Okay. Now we're going to make sure all of these cornflakes get evenly coated here. Oh, a little bit of a spill. I like to kind of just dig and flip. It's kind of the method I use if you want a method for these. You can smell that peanut butter. Now we use Karo syrup in this, or corn syrup if you will. Now you can buy 2 different kinds. You can buy light and dark. We use light in the recipe, but let me tell you the difference. The difference is that dark corn syrup has more of a caramel flavor. It has a little bit of added coloring, and the taste is more potent, so it's stronger. And I didn't want to use dark corn syrup in this recipe because we've already got the peanut butter and the sugar. So I think that dark corn syrup just would have been too overpowering. Okay, these look just about ready. I'm going to take them over to my baking sheet there. Okie doke. Now you're going to take just over a tablespoon, just eyeball it. You're just going to mold this into the shape of a wreath. And once you've done so, you're going to add, I just have some little red hot candies here. Just add 3 of those to look like little berries. It's kind of cute. Now, as you can see, my cornflakes aren't as green as I really would like them to be, and that's because I didn't add enough food coloring. And you really have to add so much more than you would think. So I wish I would have added maybe 3 or 4 more drops to this. I still think it looks nice. It's just more of a brown green wreath than a bright green wreath, right? So like I said, get this down here, and you're just going to, I just kind of stick my fingers in the middle of it there and make this wreath. I mean, just a few more here. These kind of taste like a peanut butter Rice Krispie treat, but they're really good. There we go. Now we have that nicely molded. Add our candies again. Hands do get a little sticky, but it's well worth it. And one batch will make about 24 of these, about 2 dozen. So you can take it to definitely more than one person. Okay, there you go. Those are your peanut butter mini wreaths. They're absolutely darling, a great holiday gift. I like to put them in a cellophane bag, stack, 5 or 6 of them, tie it with a cute red bow with a little tag. Another tip I'd like to give you is to always attach the recipe when you're giving food, because first of all, you never know if somebody's allergic to something, so they can see the ingredients, and also, most likely they're going to ask for the recipe because the food's going to be fabulous. So once you're finished, your wreaths are going to look like this, adding just a little bit more of that green food coloring, and they're a winner. They're great. You'll want to stay tuned because next we are making nut brittle in the microwave. Easiest thing in the entire world, and it looks great, tastes great. So stay tuned.
Hello. That's right, I said hello. I'm talking about an exciting new television channel that will change your life. My name is Ruth, and I want you to be one of the first to know about Hello Channel. Hello Channel is designed to teach you to speak English. Anyone can learn. We offer something for everyone. You'll see programming for children, teenagers, and adults, all on different levels. With Hello Channel, you'll hear, see, read, and speak English as you're watching entertaining television programs, making it easy to learn. If you've always wanted to learn English but haven't had a chance, Hello Channel is perfect for you. Start today, and remember, for a brighter future, just say hello.
Welcome back. We are making the most fabulous nut brittle in the world. Now, peanut brittle is a very traditional holiday dish. Now, the reason I'm calling it nut brittle is because I'm using a variety of nuts. Now, I think pistachios are great to use because they've got that green color, great for Christmas time. But any nut you want to use, absolutely fabulous. You're going to die when you see how easy this is. All we're going to do is incorporate 1 cup of sugar, a half cup of Karo syrup. Man, we are really using the Karo today, aren't we? And a pinch of salt. And this is 1.5 cups of nuts. Now, like I said, if you just wanted to make cashew brittle, you could just use cashews, pistachios, whatever. I just like the mixture, so that's what I went with. Peanuts are a great thing to have. They're a nice healthy fat. Imagine something healthy. And if you're going to store them, they can be stored in the freezer for up to 6 months or in the fridge for 4 months. And the reason that nuts will go rancid is because of the high fat content in them. Like I said, it's a good fat, but they still have that, so they'll go bad. You want to make sure that they're stored in an airtight container also. Okay, once this is evenly incorporated, we're sticking this in the microwave. Can you believe it? Doesn't get any easier than that. We're going to cook this on high for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to take it out, stir it a little bit, and add some more ingredients. So in it goes. Press start. Great. Now, just as that comes out, we're not through yet. And that is a little hot. So I'm going to get a little hot pad here and bring this on out. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of butter. Get that in there. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla to get a little bit of sweetness. And we'll combine these two. And this is actually going to go back in the microwave. It's kind of like magic, you know. This dessert, you want to make sure that you stir it up really well. It's going to go back in the microwave for 2 more minutes, but you'll want to watch it because you don't want anything to burn. Okay, grab my hot pad and back it goes. Two minutes, and here we go. There we go, 2 minutes is up. Now we're gonna take this out. Like I said, you wanna make sure you have those oven mitts because it gets roasty, toasty. Reach back in there. As this comes out. Perfect, now we're adding 1 more ingredient. Baking soda, just a teaspoon of it, but this is going to make it really frothy. You'll want to stir it on in and notice how the texture changes. It smells wonderful.